that the number one mistake the consumers make is chasing status. I was I'm 66 now, but I remember when I was, my number one priority was a nice car. And as cars are expensive, the interest on vehicles is expensive, but getting caught in the lifestyle chase is the number one mistake I see people making, where they spend too much money on everything. They're looking for status and brand names and all of that. Consumer debt of depreciable assets, meaning putting money into things where you start spending a lot of money on things that are only going to go down in value and have no investment return. They're not going to make you any money, is the number one mistake. And it's a huge, huge problem in this country.
I just think that exactly what you said, it's a trap. It's a big trap. And I think social media has really made that even, I see just stay on Instagram or Facebook for a minute, you're getting sold all the time. You subscribe to somebody's email, it's coming at you all the time. This sale, that sale, it is a huge trap. And what I would say about that too is that when you start to hone in on what your future retirement options look like, it'll really tighten the belt strap in terms of how much you're willing to let go of for things like this status and lifestyle and cost of clothes and all of that. You'll get frugal really fast.
Well, I hope so. It's such an important point, and I don't want to preach at you, but I just want to make sure you understand the point of the price to get attention. I mean, those of you that know me well, and especially that have known me a long time, know when I was young, nobody was worse at this than me. Too much money on shoes, clothes, cars, all that kind of stuff. And the truth of it is it's ego driven because you just want the attention. And everybody loves the attention. But here's the price. The price is being a slave to the debt. You don't have the freedom to choose to work or not work, to take more days off, more vacation time. And the friends of mine that didn't make those mistakes, that didn't have the ego that I had, that were coming from a place of saying, hey, you know what? I don't need to have $1,000 car payment. When I think back, I had a $1,200 car payment in 1988. That's almost 30, well, that is 30 years ago. That's almost 40 years, that's 35 years ago.
Wow.
So if I had a $1,200 car payment, 35 years ago, that's with inflation, that's almost triple. So that's about a $3,000 car payment today per month. That's how crazy I was with when it came to status and that kind of thing.
He's not the same man anymore. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, no, I'm Mr. Cheap now, man. But I've learned because being a slave to bills is awful. It is absolutely awful. All right, so here are some of the consumer costs. During COVID, auto loans went down to basically zero, when all the mortgage rates and that. But your auto loan interest rate is going to range depending on what your credit score, and we're going to talk about how critically important your credit score is to saving money, saving thousands in interest. But what's typical for auto loans is usually around 8, 9 to 12% rate. But we'll show you ways to get that down. The personal loans, which means unsecured loans, which includes credit cards, but there's all kinds of personal loan banks that you can get. But you can see it can range from that 8.5% to 35%. We've talked about the credit card range, and then mortgage rates can range from in today's environment around 6.5% to upwards of about 12.5% or 13%, depending on, are you talking about a first mortgage, a second mortgage, or are you talking about a home, the type of home loan that you're looking at. So it's credit score is really important in that, but there's other factors like loan to value. Mortgage rates are largely risk driven. So the better your credit score, the lower the loan to value. Less risk means lower rate. So those are some of the things that we'll show you how we can address those, but we need to be aware of these different elements.